Hi everybody, I'm Alchemist2, and I'm back again with another movie review. In brightest day, in darkest night, no evil shall escape my sight. Let all who worship evil's might fear my power, Green Lantern's light. Well, as you can see, I'm a Green Lantern fan. Have been for a long time, but to be honest with you, I just wasn't very satisfied with this movie. Now, I liked the guy who portrayed Hal Johnson. I thought that he was perfect. I thought that Kilowog was just top notch, and all the other characters, the Guardians, Sinestro. Even though I know what occurs with Sinestro, I'm not going to give that away. If you've been watching the cartoons depicting the whole story with the lanterns themselves, then you know what becomes of Sinestro and all that. But it was all flash and no real substance. Though I do give it 3.5 out of 4 stars. It was good, don't get me wrong. The soundtrack was perfect. The special effects, they were just mind-boggling and just superb. However, I would like to say that Marvel's movies are usually better, and I just adored Thor way more than this because it was just written better, and there was more action, there was more adventure, and there wasn't any crude humor in it, and there was something with Hal's friend Tom, and I've loved Tom. I thought that Tom was just an awesome character and really funny. He was the comic relief. I just adored him. Because he reminds me of somebody I know, but especially when he geeked out, I just thought that was so cute. But there was a scene that, with that particular scene, I would have kind of edited it a little bit for kids, because there were little kids that were in that, and I just forgive me for being a prude, but I just didn't think that it was appropriate. There were some other scenes in the movie that were written in such a way that just seemed schmaltzy, and I was thinking, oh dear God, and I just thought it was terrible. Of course, there were some physics involved, and I love that, and I'd like to exercise my mind, and the fact that Hector was talking about bacteria, and I'm learning about cellular organisms right now in biotech, so it gave me a little bit of joy there. But when Hector becomes I'm not going to give that away. Sorry, I almost gave away a spoiler. I'm not going to say that. But later on in the movie, at first, you feel sorry for Hector, and when he evolves, his lines are so terribly weak, and you just think, who wrote this crap? And it's awful. But beyond some of the gaps in the writing and just all the flash of the CGI, which I enjoy. I like the action, and I like all the fighting and the adrenaline pumping scenes. I like that, don't get me wrong. I adore things like that, but I wasn't really that satisfied with it, and it just left me flat. I almost cried near the end with Hal and Carol, the love interests. I thought that was very heart touching and very emotional, but it was weak. It was kind of lame, and there were some scenes that I just thought should have been cut altogether because it was a little long. But other than that, I really think that Green Lantern is a really superb film. Now, if you're a Green Lantern fan, you may not be that overjoyed with it, because I love Green Lantern. I always have, but it's just, I wanted to have some something to challenge my mind while I watched this, and it really didn't engage me that way. And I know in summer films they don't really go for that, and they just go for the whole adventure genre and things crashing into each other, explosions, and it's just so cliche. But beyond that, I like the film. Don't get me wrong. I just think that it was lacking in many areas, but I think it's a good movie. But Thor is superior. I'm sorry, it is. Thor is better than this. And if you're going to see a superhero movie this weekend, then go see Thor. Don't waste your time with Green Lantern. Even if you're a Lantern fan, just don't. It was invigorating and enjoyable, and the soundtrack, the background music done by James Newton Howard, one of my heroes, I thought was absolutely astronomical. I don't think that could have been done any better, and I just love his score. And he's the guru of music for sci-fi epics, as far as I'm concerned. I mean, James Newton Howard just screams sci-fi epic. So beyond that, I have to say that even though I give this movie 2 thumbs up, and I only give it 3.5 stars, I just think that the writers could have put a little bit more of their brains into the actual writing of the script, rather than just glossing over some things. And I would have changed some things with Sinestro, just because I know what I know. But it just, at the end, there's a clip, and it's good if you're not familiar with Green Lantern. It's a good opening for that, and it's a passable movie, but it's not perfect, and it's definitely not one of DC's better films. So I think it ranks fairly up there with Superman and Batman, but it just doesn't meet that standard. Because I feel that Superman and Batman were the pinnacle of DC film, except for Superman Returns, which was please don't mention that to me. I didn't hear that. I don't remember it. It's out of my mind. But other than that, it's a pretty good film, and it's enjoyable. But beyond that, it's pretty much fluff and stuff and nonsense. So yeah, it's kind of a mixed review. I'll give it that. But I did enjoy it, and I was entertained. But I doubt very seriously that I would watch it a second time. So there you go.